Hi everybody and welcome to Tracey's Art and Craft. I'm Tracey and we are back for our Chat, Chill and Collage Tuesdays. So I'm just going to get my book out that I always use. I'm just going to get some collaging done. It is going to be a little bit grungy again. Because I am going to use these in my new journal. This one is a little bit messed up. That's the one we did last week. We'll use this page here, that'll be fine. So, today I'm going to be using a little bit of gesso, a little bit of ink. I might even use some of my sprays today, and I may do some splattering of paint as well. So we'll see how we go, see what I feel like doing. I've brought over a few bits that I want to use, and I also have my usual tub. Oh, hang on 1 second. Here it is, my usual tub of bits and pieces, my little scraps and things, and my scraps are actually all quite small at the moment, so I'm just working with that. We've got a lot of strips as well, which I'm just working with. So how have you all been? I hope you've had a lovely holiday and lovely new year. I've been good. Going out tomorrow and picking up just a couple of art supplies, nothing major. Oh, this paper doesn't want to rip. I'm just going to be picking up some white and black paint for my next painting, and a few more canvases because I'm low on my canvases now, so I need to get a few more to build up my stocks. So, oh, and some silver, maybe some silver paint too. So I'm popping out tomorrow just to grab those few bits. I will be probably putting up a video of my art journal tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'll probably pop that up tomorrow. But otherwise, everything's been going really good. I've had a really lazy day today, I've got to be honest. But tomorrow's much more busier because my kids go back to school on Wednesday. So I must get all their school uniform together, get them all prepared for tomorrow. Because my kids are typical children. Shall I do this in stripes today? What do we think? I think that might look nice if we did it in strips. I might do that today. I think we're going to collage in strips today. So yeah, I'll go be really super busy making sure my kids have everything they need and it's all ready to go on Wednesday. I've also started my healthy eating diet again, which I have to have due to a brain condition that I have. So I have started that again, and I will require more exercise. So I am going to be walking the children to school. We live quite a bit away from their school. We live about a 45-minute walk from their school, but it does get me in enough steps to keep me fit and healthy. So yeah, I don't entirely mind really. It's free exercise, isn't it? It's better than paying for a gym, and it's good for you and it's not strenuous. And that's how I started out losing weight last time. So, and it worked. I lost loads of weight last time. So back on it again. But yeah, other than that, everything's been good. I'm actually really looking forward to losing weight. I'm just going to get my tearing ruler here and start tearing them this way because it's not being great, it's being a bit temperamental. I'm really excited for the next canvas that I'm going to be doing. That's got me quite excited. Definitely ready to move on to the next canvas. Although I do have a few finishing touches to do to the last canvas that I did, Ghost of Christmas Past. It was inspired by, and it's part of a Charles Dickens collection that I'm painting. And they're mixed media pieces, but I like them. I think they're beautiful. Yes, if you've got any strips of scrap paper from, you know, making journal pages and making them fit your journal, this is a great way to use those. It's just to sort of layer up in strips. And this is also a way that I back some of my things. So some of my journaling cards I'll back in strips of coffee dye paper or whatever I happen to have about. So I'm at the end of my glue stick here, and I'm just sort of trying to use up the last of the glue. I do have another one at the ready. But waste not, want not, you know, I don't want to be wasting half a glue stick that's still stuck in the tube. And quite a lot gets stuck in them tubes, so I'll leave that on for a second. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be a busy day. And then my husband is off work for 4 nights finally, because he's been working non-stop throughout this whole Christmas period. He gets paid very good money to work sort of Christmas and New Year's, so he doesn't, you know, turn his nose up at it. It's an opportunity really that we're lucky to have. So he does like to do that. So he has been working non-stop. It's finally going to be nice to have him home. Well, he's home at night, but you know, he's constantly working, so his mind isn't with us. He's busy working. We have to leave him be. I mean, his job is very important. It's safety critical, so you know, it's important to let him have that time, you know, not to interrupt and interfere while he's busy working. So, which he's doing now. He's up in the bed office working. I've got my teenage son home tonight, and he's up on his computer doing his thing. So if I go quiet, I do apologise. I get shy when I think they can hear me. So if I get the slightest feeling that they can hear me, I sort of start talking a bit quieter. And then I have more studying to get to this weekend, so I don't fall behind again, because I got a little bit behind on my last essay. I'm studying classics, a classics degree, and yeah, I got somewhat behind, which was silly of me. But, you know, I was having a massive moment of procrastination. But I finally got it done anyway, so at least that's done. But I don't want to fall behind for the next one really, so I need to get on that, get looking at what it is I've got to do, and get on to doing it. pretty piece. I think I'm going to plant a new glue stick now because that one's just annoying me. I'll take the glue out of that later. I'm almost finished my grungy journal. I'm going to be getting that completed soon to show you guys and pop that into the store. I'm also part way through a pink one, which is super cute, and I'm loving that. So I'll be able to show you that one soon as well. It's going to be good to get a few finished because I've got quite a few sitting around that are sort of half done. So that is the way I do my art. I pick it up and I'll do something and then I'll put it down and I'll work on something else, and you know, I come back later and pick it up and see, you know, how I'm feeling that day. And because I am quite an emotion, you know, I spontaneous and emotional artist, I work on how I'm feeling. So it depends on how I'm feeling to what actually gets worked on. You know, I mean, I don't find that a problem, not for me anyway. But I do hear a lot of people say, oh, you know, I've got all these things and they're not complete. And if it bugs you, you know, you do have to pick up a few things and try to get them finished. But at the end of the day, we all do craft and art differently. We all work in our own individual ways. So, you know, I'd always say don't be too hard on yourself. It might be just your way of creating art, and that's fine, you know. I mean, everybody works differently, and some projects just never get finished. It's just that individual certain project. I don't think I want the white on there today. Let's put that back in for a minute. What have I got here? Definitely that piece would go. Another piece of that. Let's try those bits. Yep, I'm not bothered by it being completely straight on the edges. That doesn't bother me. It will all tie in together once we start putting stuff on. Once we cut them up to what we want to use them for, which I do not know yet for this one. Sometimes when I'm making a collage board, they call them collage master boards, and sometimes when I'm making one, I know exactly what I'm going to be using it for, but majority of the time I don't, and so I'm just making it and it will get used, you know, however I cut it up, honestly. I tend to use just glue stick on these, but that is a good idea sometimes to use something like Mod Podge or anything like that, you know, sort of a wet white glue. It's a little bit more permanent, especially if you're not going to put them through your sewing machine. These ones I plan to put through the sewing machine, so it's not a problem at all. But if the plan is to not put it through the sewing machine, then I would recommend using a stronger glue than a glue stick, although you can get some permanent glue sticks. So people in America tend to use Scotch Create glue stick. Here in the UK, an equivalent one to that would be Yoo-hoo. Not Yoo-hoo, sorry. Yoo-hoo is good, but Scotch Permanent, that's it. So if you search up Scotch Permanent in Amazon, You can get green and red lid ones. I don't think either make a difference. I'm pretty sure they're both pretty much the same. And you can get Scotch Permanent. So here, this page, I just want to show you, this page has gotten too sticky for me to use. So what I tend to do with these is, I will add a little extra glue, not a lot, don't need a lot, because it's already got a lot of glue on, you know. And then I'll fold it in half, and that now makes a perfect base for a journaling card. So you could crochet, what am I thinking? You can collage over the top, or put on some pretty paper over the top, and on the back you could put some backing paper, or you could just gesso it, and it adds to the thickness of your journaling cards. So that is what I do to my pieces here when they get too sticky, like that one just did. So that's what I use these type of book pages for, because they're not very old books at all. I'm sorry if you keep hearing like my belly growling. It's because I've started my diet and it's determined to have a protest. It's not happy whatsoever. It's calling out for biscuits, that's what it is. It's calling out for biscuits and tea. There we go. Almost there at the end. Then we'll sort of just ink this up, gesso it up, all that sort of good stuff. Let's see how that goes. Oh, big bang upstairs. Somebody's moving about. I'll actually fit the whole length. Let's pop that along the whole length there. There we go. One more strip. Let's see what we can find. That one's got little bits of flowers on. There we go. Just out the way, move these pieces. Let's get our scraps out of the way. Now on top of this, I really want to add some doily onto this. I'm just going to see what time we're on, make sure we're okay. Yeah, we're still doing good. So I do want to add some pieces of doily onto here before I do anything. So what I do with doily is I use the glue stick and I will map out a rough area of where the doily is going to be. There we go, and I'll pop the doily on top of that. If there's any bits still up right at the ends, or any really big bits like here, I don't know if you can see that, sorry, then I'll just get the glue stick one underneath. If there's any bits at the end though that I haven't stuck on, I'll pop out in some glue, one of my glues. There we go. Wasn't there a smaller piece? What did I just do with that? Oh, I dropped it myself. There we go. Just put that piece up there too. There we go. So I'm just going to dry that and I will be right back. 1 second. Right, so that's all dry now. So I've just grabbed my gesso down. Oh my days, I can't open it now. Nope, you're not wanting to open. Oh, I've got you. Oh my days, that was really stuck. So I just get someone a stipple brush like this, and this stipple brush has been used quite a few times before and it's gotten really quite old, and well, it's not even old, it's new, but it's well used. I take some off in the lid, and then we're just going to roughly go over just some patches. All different directions helps as well. There we go. And I will just pop this down out of my way and I'll clean that up later. I'll take it to the kitchen and see if I can release some of that that's on that brush. I'm just going to give that a dry. It's very quick drying this, so it won't take very long at all. There we go, so there I was just going by feel just to make sure it is dry. I'm just going to find my brush, here we go. And I've got this stencil here, sorry I'm just going to tuck myself in a bit, sorry about that if I got in the way of the camera. I've got my stencil here, it's got some poppies on, but it's this piece here that's my favourite. I absolutely love this piece. So I'm just going to hold it flat down and very gently with one of these brushes. You could use a makeup brush even. I do have one as a makeup brush, but I use this for my metallic inks, but that one's just a makeup one. I highly suggest if you're in the UK, go and have a look in Primark because they can sell them quite cheap in there. And you very gently go over. And what you're doing is you're building it up, and don't follow the whole pattern, if you just follow a piece of the pattern and then lift it, you get this very rustic sort of part finished look to the design. I'm ever so sorry if you can hear my belly rumbling, like it is growling. It's growling like it's never been fed, seriously. The last thing it needs is more food, trust me. That's the last thing I need in my life. I'm just going to get a little bit just along this edge here. Yeah, I like that. Now another thing I wanted to do, oh that one, sorry, was ground espresso. It's mucky because it's old. But the next one I want to use is an old favourite of mine, and it is worn lipstick. Distress oxides. I prefer the distress oxides personally to the inks. I thought I would prefer the inks, honestly. But I don't. I think the Memento inks are far better. So here I'm just going over a few areas, just giving it a little bit of a dusty rose colour coming in, because I do have some pinks going on in the journal. I'm just trying to blend a little bit of that in. There we go. Now, if I can find it, here it is, I'm going to put on a few gold splatters before or after. After, actually. I think first of all I'm going to put on some labels. I've got some labels here that I thought I'd quite like on there. I also have some other bits that I thought I might want on there. I'm not sure now because they're so big. Yeah, I'm not sure about these now, so I'll probably just leave them aside, but I think I will pop on some labels here and there. So for that I'm just going to get some wet white glue. This is again just my tacky glue that I've shown you in previous videos. I'm still using that. It's still going strong. I still have lots of it. It does last quite a long while. Oopsie, moving around. So I'm going to put these all sorts of ways up. These ones. In all different directions. And my belly's going again, because why wouldn't it be? Got a few here that are different colours. Let's have a look at this one. I think here I might also add in some stamps as well. So this is sort of how my crafting and art process goes. I'm making something, I'm working with it, and then all of a sudden an idea pops in my head and I think, right, that's what I need next. Maybe one there as well. Do I want a blue? No, I don't. That's the last thing I want, right? Definitely not. Or maybe I'll have one coming off a bit. That would look nice. There we go, and then that will be cut off when I come to trim these up. So that is what you'll have there. And I quite like it when it sort of falls off the edge. So, what shall I do next? Oh, that was it, stamps. I wanted to add a few stamps on. Now I want some sort of brown colours. Oh, I've got a number there, I might as well use it. call that, you know, the hand of fate. Something's fallen into my hands, it's got to be used. So I'm just looking here at all the colour stamps I have. I get these from various places, Wish, AliExpress. I've gone quiet again, I'm sorry. Amazon also sells packs of stamps. eBay, I know eBay you can get ones that are sort of different colours, so you can get one that's all purple or one that's all blue. At least that's what I've seen in the past, but I might be wrong. So I'm just looking for the sort of colour of them. I want it to tie in. Yeah, that'll do. There we go. And so this one, I'm just going to pop a few stamps around. You can't control which countries you're getting them from. So this one, for instance, is South Africa. This one is one of the Far East Asians, I'm not sure which. But it has some of their language on there, some of their alphabet. Where's this one from? Oh, South Africa again. I should probably look these up. Oh, this one's a sticker. I'm just going to take it off and plonk it down somewhere. I should probably look some of these up. I mean, some of them might be worth money, who knows, but here I am, just sticking them onto my artwork without looking. I do check books and things. I've got some books at the moment that I need to check. They are Winnie the Pooh books, 1920s. Some really nice ones. And I bought them because I buy broken books. I buy books that are unfixable and things off of people that are giving them away. And I bought these books really cheap from a woman, and she said they were in, you know, rough condition and things, but when I come to them, they're actually not. They're in really good condition. I did let her know that, but she didn't want them, and she said I could use them, but I can't bring myself to tear those up. They're just too pretty and too nice. Oh, I've just noticed I've got them all going the same way. You won't move. I'll move you instead. Having a right moment. Everyone wants to go to the right. So there we are. I'll just pop this aside. Keep looking for the lid for that one, but I've lost the lid, so it's not going to be coming to me anytime soon. So what I have here is some gold acrylic, and I've put it into water and I've popped it into a little jar. And this is just the perfect consistency for quite large splats. So if you want large splats like this, you want a thicker consistency. If you want really thin little splats, that's when you want a thinner consistency. But you know, I do want some quite heavy splats through this, so, and I've been using this on my artwork, and that needed quite large splats on there too. So, but you know, if I wanted to change it, I just add a little more water. Generally, you don't add water to acrylic, it actually weakens acrylic. There are thinners you can get for acrylic, so per se you don't water them down because it can weaken them. So for instance, if you're using it on a canvas, I would recommend not watering it down. I'm going to get one in a minute to the kitchen to clean up. I'll just pop it on this wipe so I don't dirty everywhere up. So yeah, there are thinners you can get to thin out your acrylics, but so if you're using it on canvas, you wouldn't normally water it down, but if it's just for little splats, that is fine. So I just have some of my drink there. But if it's for anything more, then you wouldn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go away and dry this again with my heat gun, and then come back to you because that's going to take quite a little while. So I'll just get that done and I'll be right back. 1 second. So that's not quite dry yet, but it's almost there. I've just got a few of the larger blotches that are still drying. So I'm just going to set this aside really to dry, I think, because that's just taking forever and I can't be bothered to sit here drying it anymore. Watching paint dry has got to be the most tedious job of art. So I'm just going to set this aside, put it aside and ignore it for a while. I hope you've enjoyed today. I hope if you got to join in that you enjoyed yourselves and you had a bit of fun. This is primarily, the point of me doing these is for people who maybe suffer loneliness and don't have anyone to craft along with, maybe anything like that. If you are watching it for any of those reasons, I hope this has helped you. I hope that you're enjoying these little sessions that we're doing. Yeah, I've forgotten exactly where I was going with this. Where was I going with this? I don't know. I'm absolutely lost. My store and my other socials like Instagram and TikTok, the link is just in the description box below. All the digital kits that I use is also linked below, the stores to those. I have used a few in here, so I always link it just in case I've used any. These tags, these labels, they are from Shabby Dabby Doodah if you want to know where they're from. So you can just follow that link down there. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed yourself and I can't wait to see you again. Tomorrow, hopefully, I will be showing you my art journal, my first art journal piece. I've already done it, I've already filmed it. I do have to do a lot of editing because at the time when I'm doing my art journals, I can't produce art while I'm talking. So I can do this, but I can't do my actual art journals and things because I'm kind of in my own zone. So what I do is I do it silently and then I need to voice over. But I also did do some sort of where I was looking for things, so I need to sort of cut and edit that, and editing is new to me, so it takes me a little while, so I do have to finish that. But I'm hoping to get that finished for tomorrow so you can get the first glimpse of my art journal. And then yeah, I think that's all I have planned at the moment. I've absolutely enjoyed myself and I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.